Welcome back everybody to one of my MJ vlogs with commentary. If you haven't already done so, please go over to the video that shows you how to count points. It's a lot of information at once, but it will help you navigate how to make bigger and better hands. I pick up a 7 of balls here, which makes a run of 7, 8, 9 of balls, and the extra 2 8 of balls I can keep as my eyes, or I can pong if that happens to come out. If it does come out, that would give me an extra 5 points for having 4 of a kind. You see here I took a run from the person to my left. All I need to do is pong the red dragon or the 4 and then be calling. Looks like the red dragon is what I got to pong, and all I need is to call the 8 or the 4 for the win. I pick up the 4 of numbers for a self-win. Here are my points. I have 1 point for not having a flower, 2 points for having the red dragon, 1 point for calling on 2 pairs, 1 point for my eyes being 8s, 1 point for self-win, for a total of 6 points. I open up this hand not having any wins, dragons, and only 1 end card, the 1 of numbers. If you have a hand that doesn't have any of the wins, dragons, 1s, and 9s, it's an extra 5 points. The 1 of numbers I will be clearing out, and any end cards that I pick up I will also be clearing out to hopefully maintain the no 1 or 9 cards in my hand to maintain the 5 points. You can see in my hand that I have 6, 5, 4 sticks, sister suit runs. That's worth 5 points. But I've been thrown out the 4 of sticks, which I decide to pong instead, and then put the 5 over, throw out the 2, and now I am calling either the 8 of numbers or the 6 of sticks for the win. The person to my right throws out the 6 of sticks for me to Mahjong. Here are my points. I have 1 point for a flower. I would normally have 1 point for having no wins and dragons, but because I'm getting 5 points for having no 1s or 9s, to get those 5 points you can't have wins or dragons, so you don't get that extra point for having no wins and dragons. 1 point for calling on 2 pairs, 1 point for my eyes being 8s, 3 points for having 3, 4, 5 sister suits across the balls and numbers for a total of 11 points. You can see in my hand here, I don't have a pair of eyes yet, but I pick up a 4 of balls to make my pair of eyes, which means that I just need to have a run of either the 9, 8, 7 of balls or the 9, 8, 7 of sticks or the 1, 2, 3 of balls to be calling. With my flower pickup, I ended up picking up a 7 of numbers. Now I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is an open-ended straight. I decided to throw out the 9 and then hopefully pick up the 3. Then I would have a dragon of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With the pickup of the 6 of sticks, it throws a little wrench into my plans of having a dragon. Now I have an extra 2 pairs, which I can pong. So I'll see what comes up and then decide from there as to which way I'm going to go. But chances are I won't be able to get the dragon now. With the pickup of the 4 of numbers, now I definitely have too many pairs. I have the 6 of sticks, I have the 4 of numbers, and I have the 4 of balls to pong before I can call to win. Out comes the 4 of numbers, and now all I need is the 4 of balls or the 6 of sticks to win. Hopefully I can get the 4 of balls, because if I do, then I would have the 4 of balls and the 4 of numbers ponged, which are brothers, and that's an extra 5 points. It's the 6 of sticks that comes out instead of the 4 of balls, which means I don't get the extra 5 points for having brothers ponged. Here are my points. I have 1 flower, but it is my flower, so I get 2 points for flowers, 1 point for ponging the wind, 1 point for calling off of 2 pairs, and 1 point because the dealer threw out the winning card to me, for a total of 5 points. I pick up the south here and almost throw it out when I realize that I have another south. Instead of throwing out the green dragon, which I normally would, I throw out the 1 of numbers because I want to keep the opportunity of possibly having 5 doors complete, which is a hand where you have 1 wind, 1 dragon, a set of numbers, a set of balls, and a set of sticks. I pick up a flower here, the number 1 of flowers, and if you look at the sequence of numbers in my flowers, I have 1, 2, 4. If I pick up the 3 of flowers, then it's a full sequence, which means I get an automatic payment of 1 point from everybody. With the 3rd green dragon coming out, that means that I can't use that last green dragon that I have in my hand. I will have to throw it out. With the 8 of sticks given to me by the person on my left, I am now calling the 2 or the 5 of numbers to win. and out comes the 2. Here are my points. I have 3 flowers, which are 3 points, and I have 2 points for south. 1 point for having south and 1 point for being in the south seat, for a total of 5 points. Every time I open up a hand, I look to see if I can do 5 doors complete, which is a set of winds, dragons, numbers, balls, and sticks. Sometimes that doesn't work out because of what you pick up, but I always look to see if I can do it or not. As I see it now, I won't be able to do 5 doors complete because the 5 and the 9 of balls are so far away from each other, I can't even do a run or a pong. So out the cards go. I pick up a lucky draw here and pick up the 9 of numbers, which means I have 9, 8, 7 of sister suits across the same suit, which is 5 points. I am now calling either dragon to win Mahjong. And what seemed like an incredibly long wait, the blue dragon finally comes out for me to win. Here are my points. I have 1 point for having the dealer throw the winning card to me. I have 1 point for having no flowers. I have 2 points for ponging the dragon. I have 1 point for calling off of 2 pairs. And I have 5 points for the 7, 8, 9 same sister suits of numbers for a total of 10 points. Currently, I only have 1 set in my hand, 3, 4, 5, but I pick up the 7 of balls to have a second set, 5, 6, 7 of balls. As you can see, I try to keep the dragons and the winds just for a short period of time, just to see if I can do a 5 doors complete hand. I always love it when I pick up middle cards like this to finish a run. This run also gives me sister suits across the numbers and the balls, 3, 4, 5. This is a perfect example of what not to do. I already had a run of 5, 6, 7, so I didn't need to keep this 7. I should have thrown it out and kept the 3 and the 5 of sticks to do a possible 5 doors complete. But I kept it for some reason and I broke up my possible run of 3 and 5. After taking the 5 for a run, I have several scenarios that can happen with this hand now. I have 2 cards that can be my eyes, the 5 of balls or the 7 of balls. I can either get a run of 4, 5, 6 or 5, 6, 7 of numbers. I can either get a run of 4, 5, 6 of balls or 5, 6, 7 of balls. There's a lot of options that can happen here. Ideally, I would like to get the 6 of balls, so then I would have 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 of balls, so 2 sister suits of the same suit for 5 points. I pick up the 8 of balls to complete my set 6, 7, 8, which means I'm calling the 4 of numbers or the 7 of numbers to win. And out comes my winning card from the person to my left. Here are my points. 1 point for the dealer throwing the card to me, 1 point for having a flower, 2 points for the dragon, and 1 point for my eyes being 5s for a total of 5 points. Thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.